So all we have to do is just go through the headquarters, I suppose, and take him on. Now this is pretty much a Scrap Brain Metropolis hybrid, I want to say, because it has some of the things, like most of the like, obstacles and stuff are inspired by Scrap Brain, but I think aesthetically it looks a little bit more like Metropolis, a little bit more, mostly because of the green stuff and stuff like that, but it feels more like Scrap Brain for the most part. So, you know, it's nowhere near as unforgiving as Scrap Brain, obviously, but it'll still kick your butt if you're not careful, so, you know. But we've already gotten all the time stones, so all we need to do is just get to the end of these stages. So, yeah, kind of just speedrunning here. And yeah, that was a short level. Like, when you're not going for the time stones, this game is ridiculously short. I don't even know if it's like 30 minutes. Like, maybe it's like at least 30 minutes, but even still, it's a really dang short game. This zone is pretty interesting though, because like you have this one section where you turn tiny, so we'll get to that. But you know, it's interesting. It's just, I like how there's like those little spinning things that are from Scrap Brain 2. You don't really need to use them to go to higher places too much, because like you can still do the triple spin dash on them, and you can or roll on them rather, because the first game didn't have a spin dash. And then you'll keep going faster and faster, and you can go higher. You can do that here as well, but I don't think there are higher areas where those spinning things are most of the time. So you'll mostly just go up to the wall, I believe. Or the ceiling, rather. It's not really that hard of a final level. It definitely feels like a Eggman base and all that, but it's just, I think the difficulty could have been a little bit higher. Like, it doesn't feel too difficult at all to me. It has some interesting ideas, I guess, like the whole mini thing we'll see in a bit, but other than that, it just feels like a standard level. Like, it doesn't feel like it's climactic like with Death Egg, how grand Death Egg felt and all that. With this it just feels let's just get through the game. That's all it really feels like. We're just a little bit more and we'll beat the game. It doesn't feel like anything more, honestly. The music isn't very grand either, like it doesn't feel like, oh yeah, this is gonna be it. We're almost there. Just gotta get through Eggman's secret base or whatever. Like it doesn't feel as exciting or like thrilling or whatever than Scrap Brain or what? Nah. I guess you can count Metropolis, but that's not technically a final level. But it's close enough. I don't know though. It's just like it doesn't interest me. But again, it's probably the weakest soundtrack in the 2D series for me, in the 2D games for me. That's just me. People probably disagree with me there quite a lot. So you know, yeah. So we had like basically like chibi Sonic, and just that's so freaking adorable. Alright, now I just have to do this and play the waiting game. And there we go. Alright. Alright, now again, I'm gonna go back. So I can do this. Because I want to hear a unique music track for the final boss, you know? Alright, and it sounds a lot more peaceful here and heart lifting, I guess, I don't know. This final level is, this final act, I guess, is more like an actual level than the previous Act 3s were. It's like a little platforming challenge before the final boss, I guess. So yeah, kind of wish the other levels had this, like, you know. But I really don't like this section because I'm pretty sure down there is just a bottomless pit, and those spinny platforms are just really annoying to deal with for me. Thankfully, it didn't take too long to get over here. These guys have a really weird hitbox though. So basically what I try to do is try and hit them when they finish their attack, and that will usually work, but you know, sometimes it doesn't. It's really weird. I really don't get how the game like connects a hit with these guys. I think it's at a certain time frame. Well, at a certain frame or something. Anyways, though, final boss time. I don't know why, but yeah, the final boss theme for the American version is just, it's just the same boss theme. So yeah, it's really hard to hit him there without taking damage, but I didn't do it for a sec, but I just got hit by him anyway. Ugh, awesome. Yeah, this is a really underwhelming final boss. He only has 4 hits and he's dead, and none of these attacks are really hard to avoid. So yeah. No, he's gonna shoot out like a rocket, I believe. Yep. And he's gonna try bouncing. I'll fail. Oh well. And that's it. The hell are you doing, Sonic? But yeah, that's pretty much the end of the game. We just saved Amy and the whole place is collapsing. And unfortunately, you don't hear the lyrics because I don't think they could get the rights to the songs or whatever, or the rights to the lyrics or something like that. So it's just instrumental versions, unfortunately. So yeah. The only difference with the good ending and the bad ending, though, is that right after this part here, you'd see Robotnik flying off with a time stone in his hand, and Sonic will somehow grab a rock, like rev up, and basically throw the rock so it flies up to hit Eggman or whatever, and you'll see like a cloud that appears where it just shows like Robotnik's face with the mustache like going downwards, I guess. Like he's sad or whatever. I really don't know, like, I really don't get how that's a bad ending, like, I don't know. It's just like that one thing that changed, like, maybe you could have added something for the good ending, so it can be more exciting than just seeing, like, oh, yeah, this doesn't happen, so, yeah, I don't know. Final thoughts of this game, though. I do think it's a good game. Um, music, it's not really. I do like the music again. I do like Stardust Speedway, Palm Tree Panic, and all that. I just don't think I don't think it's as good as the other classics, like 2, 3, and 1. Not so much 1, but still, I still enjoy the other games more soundtrack wise and just really in general. Like I do like the whole past, future, and present kind of gimmick, like the whole how if you go to these signposts, you can go to a different time period and all that. It was an interesting change of pace from the other classic Sonic games, and for the most part, it does it well enough. Like, it doesn't feel intrusive, like a really intrusive gimmick or whatever, but I feel like it's really annoying to get to the past and future sometimes. Like, you'll see a signpost that goes to the past, but nowhere near that area will there be a suitable place to run and run enough so you can get to the past or future. I just feel like it's really counterintuitive with the past and future signposts. But yeah, if you got a good ending, you'll get a message, and this will happen basically. You're too cool. But yeah, what I was gonna say, it's like, I think I was talking about like the past and future thing, like how it's counterintuitive to get into the past and future, because like, it's easy to get to the past and future, like, it's easy to know what to do and all that, but it's really hard to find an actual location where you can actually get to the past or future, like, consistently, I guess. Because it's just really annoying to have it so you're running really fast pretty consistently, and then at some random point, you just lose that speed, and it costs you from going to the past or future. And it's just kind of annoying sometimes. Like, you have to know the level design basically to be able to even go to the past or future usually. That, with the exception of those areas where there are like 2 springs from each other, like away from each other, so you can just go bounce back and forth and all that. But I just don't like how you have to know the levels to be able to access like these parts of the game basically. Like you can say, oh, you can, as you get better at the game, you'll be able to like get, how do I say this? But you'll get better as you learn the levels in like any game, but I think it's kind of silly that you have to know the levels beforehand to be able to access the past and future. Like, it's not always the case, but there's not always going to be two springs right next to each other for you to bounce between, or you know. But yeah, I do like the addition of the super payload, and I don't know, like this game, I just don't feel it's as good as a lot of other people make it out to be. Like I really do enjoy this game, like I said, but the level design, again, I just don't feel it's as focused as the other games. There's like so many bumpers and things everywhere, and it just feels kind of messy to me. Some of the levels just aren't too fun to go through, like Wacky Workbench. I have no fun. Act 2 is okay, but Act 1, for me, is just not fun for me, because like, I have no control over Sonic, and I just kind of wing it, because I really can't tell where I'm gonna land or whatever, or when I'm gonna bounce, stuff like that. Because I don't think the bouncing checkerboard platform thing is always active. It's really rare, but you know. But yeah, I don't know. There's not much else I can say. Again, pretty good game. Overpraised, really overpraised though. But yeah, I really don't have anything else to say. So, hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next week for another weekend LP. I don't know actually. I don't even know if it's gonna be a full LP next time. I think it might be a showcase. I've never done one before. I've never done a showcase before, but if I'm remembering the schedule right, it's meant to be a showcase, I believe. So we'll see how that goes. I'm not really sure how I'm gonna handle that, but we'll see what happens. See you guys next time. Peace.